Kylene,
Kelly.
guess what we're doing today?
Oh, I hope it's a guest.
We have our first guest. Guess what he does?
I'm assuming something with referral networks.
Referral network, but he helps military people get from A to B. He has a whole network set up, and he's got concierge people that will answer the most intricate questions.
Oh, you're talking about Rob Schelle.
Rob freaking Schelle,
Let's
baby.
go.
Let's go. Our first guest. We can't wait to have him. Welcome to Real Estate Referrals, Network to Net Worth, a podcast for real estate agents across the country who are looking to expand their businesses and grow their referral business nationwide. My name's Kelly Heldreth.
And I'm Kylene Schelle, and we are the fastest growing real estate team in the state of Florida.
It's been a long time.
It has. Welcome back, Kelly.
Welcome back, Kylene.
Did you miss me?
I did, terribly. I missed you since we were just in the other room just 2 minutes ago.
I know.
Guess what?
Today is a big day.
It's a big day. I've been calling it Rob Day all day.
He doesn't like that.
He doesn't like it, but
Yeah.
we have a very special guest.
We do.
From Military No Stress PCS.
Yes.
And I can't wait to hear all about the things that he's done and he plans on doing with this nonprofit.
Yeah. Welcome, Rob Schelle.
Welcome, Rob. How are you, man?
Eileen and Kelly, the infamous duo. I love it.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're thrilled that you're here. So, Rob, real quick, how did you, where did the whole idea of Military No Stress PCS come from?
Well, Kelly, we obviously have been in the real estate industry for the last 10 years here in the Tampa area. And Tampa is well known for a lot of military personnel that come in and out of the MacDill Air Force Base. And as you and Kylene have served all clients, military clients have certainly been prevalent over the years. And some of the feedback that I was reading on your Google reviews and just some of the folks that have utilized your services was that they wish that they had more realtors like Kylene and Kelly that they could lean on when they were PCSing or transitioning to other locations across the country. And the light bulb went off and said, well, I know we'll never match Kylene and Kelly, but we can come close. So I started reaching out to folks that, like you, want to take care of those military families that find themselves moving into new areas when duty calls.
I think Rob was the OG of our referral network.
Yeah, it kind of launched with Rob.
Yeah.
He saw a need and just filled it, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. He was like, you know what would be cool if we had agents across the country and across the world that could service these people. And then it just kind of ballooned from there. So tell us a little bit about, we know that the referral network got built out, but there were another aspect of it, and I'm going to say this word incorrectly.
And I can't wait. Go ahead.
The
wind up.
The concierge.
Ooh, that was good.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, that was good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll give you credit for the effort. That's awesome.
It was so close that we have to give you credit for it. So yeah,
Well,
Rob. So when go ahead.
What I was going to say is that, like most great inventions or great ideas that end up being cool things, they didn't start out with that intention. As I mentioned, I thought of it from the angle of how real estate agents could be of service to the military PCS process or to transitional moves. And it grew into basically being a concierge program that allowed us to not just help them with their home needs, buying and selling or renting, but also in transitioning them into new communities, helping them with things like trades, helping them with schools, helping them get involved in different organizations in their new homes. And I found that the military, being as tight a community as it is, they speak their own language. And by connecting with realtors who they themselves had experienced the military life, either as veterans who now were realtors in their next life or as spouses of active duty military personnel, they understood the trials and tribulations that go into every move that the military requires of them. And having just an empathetic voice was something that I think was well received. Folks that had been through the process that could lend a hand in giving them a a little bit of guidance and support through what could be a very stressful situation.
Yeah, I know you have fielded hundreds of questions. Is that correct? From things like my dog is overweight to get moved by the military to I need to find a uniform for my deceased father. So you have really done a great job getting involved in all of those different organizations. Can you kind of elaborate on how far into this you've gone? I mean, we're on multiple government websites.
Yeah, aren't you on one of the websites that's almost impossible to get on?
Yeah. Well, and in light of that, yes, Kylene is very correct that we've gone down several rabbit holes and found our way through them, and it's been very rewarding to know that we could be of service. But sometimes you hear the saying that it takes a village, and what we have really found in our non-for-profit world of companies that support the military and their families is that it is truly a village and a wealth of knowledge out there, a lot of resources. And unfortunately, because it is such a vast amount of websites, a vast amount of resources or companies, a lot of families struggle just even knowing that they exist. So by creating this concierge program, we're able to direct them to the right answers. And Kylene gave a couple of examples. The military is more than happy when they move you to help move a pet, which is an extension of your family. But there are limitations to how many, limitations to the size of that pet. There are weight limits, so on and so forth. And we have partnered with another company that is a non-for-profit called No Paws Left Behind, and they specialize in military pet moves. So by connecting these people to that wonderful organization, we're able to essentially help them move their family member, which is invaluable to these folks. We can put them in the right direction for, you mentioned a family had lost their father who was of military service, and they were going to have a full decorated military funeral. But he obviously had outgrown his uniform from the time, and they wanted him buried in his dress blues. And we were able to source an organization that could help us get that uniform that they could then put his decorative medals and things in that service itself. And that, again, was something that family felt was just incredible that we were able to help them do.
It's awesome.
That is awesome.
So as far as the process has gone getting involved with the military, I know you've had a lot of hoops that you've had to jump through. So where are you at today, and where do you see No Stress PCS going in the future?
Well, as we started out this process in 2021, again, it was more focused on the actual move and the real estate transaction of buying or selling or renting their new home. As it has morphed into something bigger and better, we decided to become a non-for-profit, and we started that process on October 4th of 2022 when we started the actual incorporation. And then in the following June, we were honored to receive our exempt status as a 501c3. When that process was completed in June of 23, we started to reach out to these other organizations, and one group that we came into contact was Military One Source, which is part of the Department of Defense. And it is a website that the military utilizes, kind of what we're doing is as a concierge portal for all things military. And we were actually honored about a year and a half ago to be accepted as a preferred vendor partner of Military One Source. And we are now part of their intricate website. And through that, we have catapulted it with other organizations to the tune of serving over 3,000 families in the last year and a half, answering the simplest of questions, from what phone number do I call to get this done, or what paperwork do I need, all the way up to some of the examples I used earlier about moving a pet or other things. So we've been in national publications, the military mill moves and spouse magazines. We've been in Stars and Stripes. We've been on several publication podcasts and articles. So it continues to organically grow. We have yet to spend a nickel on any of the marketing or things to get our name out there. We've done this solely through social media and referrals, and it continues to build on itself. The government currently states that there are 2.3 million active duty military members serving across the globe currently, and that approximately 10% of those people will go through the stressful PCS process in this next year. That's almost 250,000 people will be touched by that requirement. And if we can just reach out and help a small fraction of them, I feel that we're doing a great service.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, you've taken this thing from an idea to you end up on the DoD website, which is incredible. So kudos to you, and really, I know that you've helped a bunch of families get from A to B, and you haven't done it on your own. I know that you have some ladies actually that work with you on that, and they've all been through the process. So these ladies are able to answer very intricate questions. What's your favorite question that you've come across from somebody that needs to move that one of these ladies has answered?
Well, there's a lot of questions that are interesting. I think that there was a gentleman that was serving at a base in Naples, Italy, and he had bought a small little European car that he fell in love with while he was over there, and he wanted to transport that car back to his home in California. And we were able to secure that move and make that happen. So again, we started out trying to help people with just the housing situation, but we were able to put together an opportunity to bring back a car from Europe, which was pretty cool.
Awesome.
I've mentioned pets. I've mentioned family members needing assistance in other ways. Sometimes it's just having somebody that can be on the other end of the phone that's been through the process that can just validate what you thought was the right decision in the first place. I'm going to do this with my family. What do you think? And being able to walk through that process with them to give them a sense of confidence that they're going down the right path has always been good. You're correct. I haven't done any of this on my own. I've surrounded myself with a ton of military spouses who have served in all branches, not just the big four with the Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force, but we've extended into the Space Force, the National Guard, the Coast Guard. All branches are represented. These folks are volunteers on one end of the spectrum, but then we also have some concierge agents who are paid through donations that we receive from different organizations to man the phones and to do our research. We've also, and why I find myself on this podcast, we've built a network of over 140 military realtors. And what I mean by military realtors, these are folks who have served at one point themselves, and now in their retirement, they have gone into real estate, or they may be military spouses who are currently active duty, but they have their real estate license. So these folks are able to go out and not only assist in the buying and selling side of things, but again, they can do all the research to help a family research schools, commute times, how to get involved in their community. Where little Johnny's going to play baseball in Little League. They can assist with all of those things. And again, they have an empathetic ear because they've lived it. They speak the language, and it is a great language. The acronyms alone will drive you crazy. But it's great that we've got this group of folks across the country. I mentioned 140 of them currently, and that's growing. We now represent 282 different military installations, CONUS, which is in the continental stateside, but then we also have representation at 14 military installations abroad. everywhere from Okinawa to Naples, Italy, to different spots in Germany. We're everywhere. And these folks can call us 24/7, and we will get somebody on the line to answer those questions. If we don't have them readily available, they'll get back to them within an hour. So it's a great service. And most importantly, it's free. We do not charge a nickel to any one of the military personnel that utilize our service. It is supported solely by donations that we receive, grant money that we get from the government and other organizations, and fundraising events that we conduct across the country.
So if I'm a regular agent, not military, and I'm in a military based area of the country, and I'm like, hey, I have friends that are military that are moving out of my area, how do they get involved with this network and what it's in it for them?
It's great. Initially when we started out, we thought that these folks had to only be military. And then I realized that you could be the son or daughter of a veteran. I myself did not serve in the military, but my father did. Both grandfathers did. So if you grew up in a household, or maybe you married into it, you yourself weren't military, but your spouse is, you can get involved because you want to help that community. The commitment that we ask for, there is no financial commitment. It is just a willingness to be more than just a real estate agent. Yes, you're going to help with the real estate transaction, but you have to be accessible to these folks like you were, Kylie and Kelly, when folks were buying and selling here in Tampa. You have to be able to make them part of the community, be their friend, be their confidant, be that person that can direct them in the right direction. So that's the commitment side of it. What do you get out of it other than the fact that you're serving those that serve, which that itself should be an honor? You also have a referral network that will pay a 25% referral fee to the referring agent, as well as a 5% fee that will then go to the organization to help support employing these military spouses. And getting a hold of us is easy. Two ways. Obviously, Kylie and Kelly have got this great website, the kkg.com. We have a designated page on their website for Military No Stress PCS. But you can also go to Military No Stress PCS.org, and they have a dedicated website as well with a portal to connect with us. There is an info at Military No Stress PCS, and our phone number is also on that site that you can reach us.
It's awesome. So agents anywhere can plug into this. If you know a military spouse or family that's moving that needs help with that relocation, they can reach out to No Stress PCS and be connected with a great agent on the other side that is already committed to paying a referral. So that's awesome.
Yeah, don't be
Kelly says it all the time.
Don't be nervous
Kelly,
that it's a complicated move, because Rob's got somebody that can answer those really intricate, difficult questions, like how do I get my pet from Okinawa to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hear Kelly say it all the time on their podcast. You want to create a network of folks that you know, like, and trust. Mm-hmm. And we know these realtors across the country as they join our network. We like them. One, just because the fact that they stood up, raised their hand, and said, I want to help. Yeah. And I don't know that there's anyone out there that you would want to trust more than someone that is serving those that serve. So when you've got your clients that are leaving your particular area and heading somewhere else across the country, we're a great resource to tap into to ensure that you're putting your clients in the hands of a know, like, and trust situation. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be military, because we'll help anybody. At the end of the day, it's not whether or not you're military, it's everybody knows somebody that is. We support all of them.
So one more thing before we let you go, because I know it's a busy day for all of us, but one of Kelly and my favorite events of the year is Reach Across America, and this is a fundraiser that No Stress PCS has kind of dove into head first, and it's really become one of your biggest fundraising events. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about that, what it entails, and how they can get involved in it?
Yeah, Wreaths Across America is another non-for-profit organization that takes pride in putting together these Christmas wreaths with the red bows and places those on the grave sites of our veterans and fallen. They do it primarily, you've probably seen it at Arlington National Cemetery, where they put out thousands and thousands and rows of these wreaths on the headstones, but they do it across the country at all the cemeteries. And what we've done is partnered with them to support folks who want to donate. And I believe this year it's $17 will get you one wreath. And that wreath will be placed on the headstone of a veteran that has fallen. And it's just a great opportunity for us to bring recognition to these folks, especially as time goes on. You think about the soldiers who served through the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, World War I, even World War II, as far back as that goes. A lot of their immediate family members they themselves passed and gone on. So a lot of these sites, unfortunately, don't have the visitation. They don't have the recognition. So by partnering with this every year at the Christmas holiday season, we're able to remember and shed a light on the importance of the sacrifice that they made and the service that they provided the country. So if you're on our website, you can go on and we have a link that directs you to that. And for a $17 donation to that program, they will put a wreath on a headstone. You can request a particular person if you have a friend or family member you want to recognize, or if you want to pick a location. And if you don't do either of those, they'll put it where it's most needed. But it's a great opportunity for us, again, to shed light on such an important thing.
Awesome.
Rob Schelle, you're doing good work, man. So, folks, don't forget, Military No Stress PCS. If you have somebody that's moving from any location globally, we can probably help them. Rob, would you repeat the website again?
Military No Stress PCS.org.
You got it. There you go. Rob Schelle, thank you. Kylene.
Kelly, what a good conversation with Rob.
I know. Rob's like all lit up and ready to rock and roll.
I mean, I love it. But it just shows the importance of building out that referral network, and like a spot that you would think was already filled was not. And so he was able to take a spark of an idea and make it huge.
Yep.
Like it's a huge thing now.
And to hear him talk about it, he's passionate about it.
He does. He loves
awesome.
it. Yeah. And we love it. It's, it's something that we're very passionate about. So again,
Yep.
If you are one of our referral partners and you've not yet learned about it, get onto our website at thekkg.com, take a look at it, definitely utilize it. It's a great referral network. If you want to be part of the referral network, either the military side or our just nationwide referral network, you can go to our website at thekkg.com
Referrals.
or just push the link on the bottom of this video.
Yes, just push the link.
Push the link.
All right, Kylie, great job. We need to do this more often.
I know. It won't be so long before the next one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
Good job. High five.
See ya.